The Winter Olympics is underway and almost every country seems to be fighting a battle of its own, and it's happening outside the arenas. Italy is facing criticism over the way it's hosting the Games. The United States is dealing with political backlash, and now Ukraine is trying to turn the spotlight away from the Games itself towards a different territory. After being barred from using a helmet that pays tribute to athletes killed in war, a Ukrainian skeleton racer has now decided to challenge the International Olympic Committee itself. And this isn't just a lone athlete stand. The move has the backing of Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. While one athlete is choosing symbolism, others are staging silent protests, which raises the big question: what impact will this have on the Games? Ever since Russia's invasion of Ukraine in 2022, every sporting event involving Ukrainian athletes has carried a deeper emotional weight. It's been about loss, about disrupted careers, which is why sport became that platform. We saw it at the Paris Olympics, at Grand Slams, and at FIFA World Cup qualifiers.
I see in the representation of my country at the Olympic stage is the mission for me. I just do this, and there's a lot of, I don't say that it's a lot of hate every day, no, but sometimes I get messages like, yo, bro, what are you doing? Go army or something. As I said, I just can apologize and do my thing, so I represent Ukraine, I represent my country in this stage, and for now moment, athletes as a voice of Ukraine.
After the war began, I told myself that if I gonna depress or if I gonna show my aggression or some bad energy into my dance, and just it's not gonna help my people, it's not gonna help my family. So I can just do better. I just want to bring the happiness, the smile on their face, and this is really what can help now.
At the Winter Games, though, this emotion has been taken to another level. Focus this time isn't just on raising awareness, it's on confronting the system itself. After being told he cannot use a specially designed helmet, one that carries the images of 24 Ukrainian athletes who were killed in the war, skeleton racer Vladyslav Heraskevych has now openly challenged the IOC. Now, the IOC says the helmet violates Rule 50, a regulation that prohibits political, religious or racial messaging during the Games. But Heraskevych isn't backing down.
I disagree with this decision because I truly believe that we didn't violate any rules. I used it all trainings, so I used it at 8s, I used it yesterday, I used it today, I will use it tomorrow, and I will use it on a race day.
The IOC offered a compromise.
So what we have said is that he can wear a black armband with no text, because as soon as we start getting into text, we start getting into issues of expression and using the Olympic platform for expression, however much we may or may not sympathize with that expression.
And that's where the clash begins, because for Ukraine, this isn't about politics, it's about honoring the athletes. And the fact that he has the backing of his president has only charged his resolve. Since 2022, Ukrainian athletes have refused handshakes with Russian and Belarusian competitors. They've demanded complete bans. They've used podium moments and interviews as means to protest, show their defiance. And this sentiment has only intensified after calls from global sporting leaders have come in to reintegrate Russian athletes into the sporting fold.
This ban has not achieved anything and has just created more frustration and hatred. Having girls and boys from Russia being able to play football games in other parts of Europe would help.
We are a sports organization, and that means keeping sport a neutral ground, a place where every athlete can compete freely. It is what allows the Olympic Games to remain a place of inspiration, where the athletes of the world can come together and showcase the best of our humanity.
For the IOC, neutrality is the core principle. The Olympics must be a space where politics is left at the door. But for Ukraine, neutrality feels like silence. And silence feels like acceptance. Hence the refusal to accept the IOC's black armband compromise.
That we are here today, we are able to enjoy sport and enjoy Olympics, it's also because of their sacrifice. I truly believe that IOC don't have so much black bands to honor all the athletes who was fallen in this war.
And that perfectly sums up the emotional divide. This is where things get complicated. If Heraskevych goes ahead and races with the helmet, the IOC will be forced to take a tough decision. Do they sanction an athlete who is honoring fallen teammates but going against the rules nevertheless set by them in doing so? Or do they bend their own rules and risk setting a precedent? Because once one political symbol is allowed, where can you possibly draw the line thereon? The Olympics could quickly turn into a stage for global messaging of every kind instead of sport. But at the same time, can the Games truly remain neutral in a world that is anything but? This isn't just a helmet controversy, it's a philosophical clash between neutrality and expression, between rules and emotions, between sporting dreams and the ground reality. And Ukraine's stand is forcing the IOC to confront that uncomfortable question. The Olympics is meant to be a place where the world's conflicts pause for a few weeks. But in today's world, conflicts don't pause. They travel with the athletes. They show up in gestures, in symbols, and sometimes on helmets. For Ukraine, this is about honor. For the IOC, it's about order. And somewhere between those two lies the real challenge of modern sport. Because the bigger question now isn't just whether one helmet should be allowed. It's whether the Olympics can truly remain neutral in a world where neutrality itself has become a political statement.
Power doesn't end quietly. Some deaths are not accidents. They are messages. A gunshot. A crowd. A country frozen. The killer disappears. The questions don't. This is not just about who died. It's about what followed. Governments fell. Armies moved. History rewrote itself. 5 leaders. 5 moments. One pattern. The assassination.